What is up, you guys? My name is Rainfire, and today we are playing online Minecraft. Basically, this online server I'm playing on is like super awesome. Here I have Sir Yitimit. Go ahead, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
This knows basically everything about the server, and I'm still rather noobish. So we're gonna play a little bit of survival, and we're going to tell you guys a little bit about the server and what we could do in the future, and you guys will help us decide that. So, let's go ahead and start before it gets like dark. I don't
All
think
right.
monsters spawn in world, do they?
Now, on the server, many things have been
Ow.
balanced in a way to make it more like a MMO kind of game,
Well,
such as the fact that crop growing has been reduced to make it more profitable, and mob spawning has been reduced to ensure safety of players, which means that we'll be able to craft
what
pretty
the?
much anything we like without worrying about too much for danger.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And I think trees start falling down if you like cut in the center of them.
Yeah, there's a plugin that's been installed that will allow most trees to fall after you like chop down like one of the bottom ones, and it could be pretty interesting because if you're not careful, one of the logs might fall on your head and actually cause you personal harm.
Yeah, a long, long time ago, I suffocated in a tree. I am not kidding. It freaking sucked.
Yeah, you got to
Uh,
be careful. Although it does make it a lot easier to harvest wood for construction.
yeah, it
You don't have
does.
to climb upwards to go and get the wood.
So, what else could be done on this server? Let's give some info for our viewers. Ooh, a
Well, there's a
stick.
lot of things that can be done on the server. This is Box Populi, the gold server. There are 3 servers in total, owned by Zombie Mold and Latin Goddess, and they've been working many years to improve upon the server to make it the most happiest and most like fun experience that any game player could ever experience. It's been commented on, and many experts have come in to help improve the game, and it shows off a lot of its work with its gameplay.
Yeah, it
Besides
does.
being normal vanilla, you can do a bunch of other stuff from player versus player matches, player versus environment matches by going on to one of the many dungeons that have been created just for the server. You can
Which
go.
we're probably gonna end up doing one of those in a video to come. If you guys like this, we will probably go into a dungeon. I've got some archer gear, and you're a healer, aren't you?
I am.
How does the healer and spellcasting system work exactly?
Well, to kind of give a basic instruction on how that works, one of the plugins on this server allows the use of magic, and that includes a huge broad spectrum of like spells and abilities, such as the ability to use certain kinds of arrows to a simple fireball to healing another player. And
And it takes like a certain resource in order to cast a spell, doesn't it?
correct.
It takes like
Most
redstone.
commonly, in order to cast a spell, you have to use like a redstone ore, and redstone is fairly easy to come by, so you can cast a great bounty of spells with little to no cost at all. And
Nice.
you can get a lot of different spells from that. A lot of spells that I personally like to use are healing spells to heal other players. That's when I do dungeons and other player versus environment kind of settings. But more commonly on just simple day-to-day basis, I'll use a spell to conjure bread that allow me to feed myself so I don't starve.
Oh yeah, we're probably gonna need to find some food too, aren't we? This is
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder because on this server, like I was saying before, there's been many different changes, such as the fact that mobs have been decreased in their spawn rate, which, of course, like I said before, means safety, but at the same time, it also means you can't find food or other resources quite as easily.
that could easily be fixed by making a farm, couldn't it?
Correct. But with the farm that well, with this, there's another plugin they have where farming is takes a little bit longer than what you might be used to. It requires a longer amount of time for like say wheat grow into a fully acquirable crop, and this is done because they wanted to ensure when they made the server that about any kind of job you could do would be profitable.
Real quick, I just found some cocoa beans.
Oh yes, those sometimes fall off of random trees. Unlike how it would be in normal vanilla, where you have to find like a jungle tree in order to collect uh, cocoa beans. You can either get it from digging up grass or some random drops from the leaves of trees.
Nice. Can I do anything with it? What can I do with this? I never found cocoa beans before.
Well, with cocoa beans, if I'm correct, you can use it on several occasions, mostly vanilla-wise, such as using it as a dye or using it to bake cookies and whatnot. But
Hmm.
other uses could also include something else unique to the server called the use of export, which is just another method of acquiring some sort of range of valuables.
How much wood do you have?
Let's see. Looks like I got 7 logs and 44 wood planks now.
I'm about to gather a full stack of logs. I'm gonna make some of them into planks and we can start building a house.
Sounds good. I'm making some stone tools right now.
Ooh, nice. I haven't even started making tools. Um, you said earlier about jobs. What are jobs? I know what jobs are, but just explain it for our viewers.
Well, to enable players to have easy access to the currency, which on this server the currency is set up in a way where what we call like gold, we call it voxels, and each voxel is categorized into a different value setting. For example, whenever you hit, you can use the command /wallet to enter how much you have, but to kind of give you a quick demonstration, I'll hold up the kind of different currency that you can usually come across on the server. So the first are this is the gold nugget. This stands for 1 voxel, or the equivalence for like $1 or something. And then the next level up is a gold ingot. Now, this is of course made by combining 9 gold nuggets together to create an ingot, which means that this here ingot has a value of 9 voxels. And the
Hmm.
final one is a gold block. Now, the gold block is made up of 9 ingots, of course, which means that this gold block has the equivalent value of 81 voxels. And so, voxels are very versatile in this server. For instance, along with being able to just buy anything you want with hard gold, you can also do what kind of is similar to modern day term of credit. You can basically kind of pay it as if you were using a credit or debit card by typing a command or by visiting a global market and purchasing supplies from it, similar to what you do on, like, say, a online store.
Nice. Okay, it looks like the sun has just set. We're out in the dark. We should probably get building a house. We'll find a spot.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to,
How big of a structure would you like this to be?
um, that's a good question. I guess, something, gosh. Oh, here, probably like a 2-story structure, but, oh, creeper. I don't have a sword. Kill it,
Oh
kill it.
my, this is actually a rare occurrence. Creepers don't hardly ever spawn on the server, so this is kind of cool.
Yeah!
Careful.
Oh.
So the best way to deal with creatures, of course, is to, of course, attack with weapons, backing off before it detonates, but the easiest way to take care of it is
Watch
by
the
using...
crafting table.
Ooh. Oh, there he went, but the best way to take care of them is, of course, with bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, that was.
That was a very rare occurrence of a mob.
You guys have witnessed a very rare occurrence. Whoa, you got a lot of health. Also,
Speaking of health, that's something else that was been kind of added to the server, is making it more of an MMO kind of server. They added an additional row of hearts, meaning that our life total is equivalent to that of the 40 heart containers, or 40 life points, meaning that we'll be able to resist more damage and live a lot longer.
nice. Uh, So, what do you do for a job to help you make money?
Well, my personal job is I am a miner. What I will do is I, of course, use the slash join job miner to acquire the job miner, and then I just basically mine any kind of ore or rock. Anything that can be mined is something that I will just get on, and the way the jobs are set up, I mean, you of course, slowly acquire voxels through your job, but it's a very slow process.
Yeah. I myself am a builder because I love sharing my creativity in any way possible. But even as a builder, there are people who trump my creativity. There's just people with pure skill. Like,
Yes, there's a
there's,
lot of very good players that build on here, and we could probably show you a few structures later on.
yeah, Yitzhak is the leader of the town, or the mayor of the town that I live in, and we got a new member not long ago, and I thought my house was pretty great, but then I come log on after like a few week break, and there's this huge structure, and I just, not just like, just amazing. I'll have to show it to you guys before the end of the video.
But speaking of towns, that kind of brings up another important aspect of this server is the use of what we call a townie system. Now, there's another plugin that's been put in, but it's a really cool plugin because this is the townie kind of ensures or gives extra insurance to your own personal stuff. Because, like I said before, this is a survival server, and you can lose your gear on players looting it or a creeper kind of coming in and exploding it, which is rare. But to ensure the safety of your personal supplies, the Townie plugin has been installed, so you can join up with the town, and they have specific settings set up for whatever plots that you live in, and you can ensure that nothing will happen by having the security set up where one, you can ensure that players cannot open any of your chests or doors, or two, you can ensure that mobs do not spawn or are able to enter your town. This ensures that your town will be safe from just about anything, which is really nice because in many like survival worlds or survival servers, you will sometimes lose everything to a player or a terrible mishap, and there's nothing you can do to get it back.
Yeah, this is probably like one of the very first servers I have played on. There's also like a little mini game server that I'm a part of. Uh, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a mini game server, which we could probably play on later. Uh, but I haven't really experienced much of what a server could really do to you in terms of griefing. So
Yeah,
I'm thankful for that. I am.
yeah. Thankfully, there's still a lot of servers with a lot of good people that aren't very much into the ways of griefing. And for this server in particular, it's really good because most of the players in this server we adhere by these rules, which if we don't follow them, they are very strict about either warning us or banning us.
Nice.
Now, most of the time, I mean, you don't have to really worry about it as long as you play fair and you being a good player to everyone around you. You don't have to worry about these. But in the case that you stir up trouble or you break some rules, you will have a chance of getting a warning. And uh, after each warning, you might be either temporarily banned from the server for a few days, or on the worst case scenario, if you get 5 warnings, you will be permanently banned from the server. Now, this doesn't mean that you'll be you can't return at all. You're able we have a very a fair system where if you think that you were unfairly banned from the server, you're able to go online to the online forum and write an appeal, which that's a whole another thing we can spend a few days talking about.
Yeah.
But what you should be worried about is more or less that this is a survival server. We like to have fun, and There's just so many great things here. We're family friendly, so there's no swearing. There's no obscure language. We're all as friendly as we can be, and everyone is incredibly helpful.
I threw some wood planks in front of this little archway here. Can you use them to make a door?
Sure.
Thank you. There was this I played on I think the Emerald server for a little bit, and I was a vampire, so I lived basically underground. I put all my chests underground. I had a little coffin.
Mm-hmm.
But this one guy basically built his house right next to mine, and I don't think he was actually another vampire, but he also dug his house down. Uh, anyway, our houses basically connect via a tunnel he made. He came in, opened my chest. I basically probably from curiosity maybe, but he basically got in huge trouble for that. I think basically,
Yeah.
though, everybody kind of overreacted a little bit. There might have
Yeah.
been a little misunderstanding.
That can happen sometimes, but I mean, generally everyone is fairly understanding. I mean, there's of course the overreacting that will occur, but for the most part, after a thorough explanation, there's most times trouble just goes away.
Yeah. Building the roof. How much cobble do you have?
I got a stack in 19 right now.
Okay, I was gonna see if I could top it off with like a cobblestone roof, like you see at our town.
Oh yeah, yeah. That shouldn't be too hard.
And it's daytime already.
It is. We've been working for a while.
Oh, flip. Do you have an axe? I kind of screwed up.
An axe?
An axe.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get it from up here. Hi, YOLO.
There you go.
Gracias. Let me. I'll just chop this down later. Or maybe it could like divide certain rooms. Like you could have your own room and I can have my own room.
Yeah, maybe.
Ah, there's the axe. Okay. I don't put much dividers in the houses I build. Maybe I should. It'd probably be like more realistic. I'll definitely probably want to show you our town. Show you guys our town a little bit later. Because the town is amazing. There's like, how many people in the town?
I believe right now it's slowly growing, but I believe we have about 4 to 5 villagers or players that live with us.
That's not too bad. It looks amazing. The one thing I can say about my building skills is I'm an idea person. I give my ideas to other people and they help me carry it out. Because I am still rather noobish. I want to learn. I want to learn how to play with redstone a little bit more. Make some redstone devices.
Hmm. And those redstone devices, of course, are very fascinating, unique. They're excellent to play with. Although on the server, I mean, they've limited the use of redstone constructions due to the fact that it will cause lag to the server, and in order to ensure that all the players get an enjoyable experience, they try to reduce lag as much as possible so everyone can have an enjoyable experience.
Yeah. Oh man, that stinks.
But there are a few small redstone appliances that can be made that that are allowed and accepted through the rules.
By the way, guys, there was an update to the game entirely. This server is not up to that date, unfortunately. Not yet, I don't think. Do you think they're gonna update that?
Oh, they definitely are. As I was been informed by Zombie Bolt himself, they started on the programming and then work to get everything switched over for the server from 1.8.9 to 1.9. I believe they started that on March 3rd, and it's a pretty big update. It's a combat update, of course, from as 1.9 is stated, and so it's hard to say exactly what the estimated time will be, but Zombie Mold said that they're expecting it to at least maybe run 3 months of work before they'll be able to start switching things over.
Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. I will make another video on some game I made on single player, and I will show you some of the stuff that has been updated. There's a new mob. You can make shields too, and that got me overly excited. Just having a shield, and you can probably use both stuff in both arms now. Is that what?
Yes, they have dual wielding as a new
Whoa! What the heck?
thing you can do, which is really exciting because you can either use one hand to hold your shield and the other hold your sword, which is excellent for combat, or you can have like a set of building gear in one hand and a tool in the other hand, and that way you can quickly build and destroy or build and remove as needed, which will make things much more convenient and easier to use.
Okay. For some reason, when I tried it, I was only able to use like a sword in my main hand. I tried dual wielding two swords, and that didn't really seem to work. I couldn't really swing my sword in my other hand.
Yeah, the update might be a little bit buggy. Of course, as expected, it is just brand new 1.9. As expected, like in the previous updates they've done, there's probably going to be a few 1.9.1s, 1. Etc. And that'll fix up little bugs that they come across. But we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. It'll come when it comes. And hopefully by the time the server is ready to switch over, Minecraft Vanilla will be able to switch, will have updated their version already, and that'll make things a little bit smoother for us to work with.
Little pro trick that I'm doing on camera right now for you guys. If you put planks in the bottom of the furnace and then you put any type of wood, you can make charcoal, which will help you make torches or help you, or it will last longer in actual furnaces. So it's a nice little thing if you're having trouble finding coal. So it's a little pro trick. It took me a little while to learn that myself. How long have we been going for? I have no clue how long we've been going for. Probably about half an hour. Okay.
Yeah, I think my timer here has gone us at 37 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Well, you should probably wrap this up then. So how about we go back to our town and we show everybody what we do. We should probably save this little place here for like another video at some time.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
So here's my little home. By the way, this is my first ever nether portal that I made myself. My first ever. So here's my little armor set. Recognize anybody? Do you? The comments are probably gonna go wild for that. Got my bow. I'm an archer, by the way. So.
Yeah, another video if you would like us to. We can go over the different kind of combat styles and different classes that you can play as.
I'm gonna give a brief tour of my home. This is probably my favorite part, is the little skylight. I would love a skylight in my bedroom. And I would place my bed directly under it. That way I just stare up, look at the stars, relax. And then I have some nether warts growing out here. So. Also, I don't think that little portal sign thing works in-game, does it? That I used to get down? That little sign? Does that work in?
Sign?
Yeah, does that work in-game? Or just the server?
It just works on the server. That's one of the another unique aspect to this game. Similar to how you can lock certain doors. You can use a sign, and on the second line, you can put two signs on different levels, and it works as an elevator.
Yeah, I love doing that. I also put it behind a locked door because all my great stuff is down. So this is Yit's home, and as you can see, it probably has struck mine. I didn't even give you guys a... There's mine. That's my house. Move your head. This is his. Mine. His.
Now, I've been playing on the server for quite a while, since, if I'm correct, September of 2015, so I've had a lot of time to build on my server, and I've learned quite a bit.
I have a lot to learn, as you can probably see. Is that a little farm over there?
Yeah, right there, I have my animals that I've gathered all grouped up right there, so I can have a set up a farm whenever I get around to building that. My town first started, I was wandering the wilds, and I found this ship, and it was a little bit more decrepit and damaged. Its previous owner had left it for ruin, and so after I ran a court case, which is something that's also can be explained later, which about the server,
Yeah.
I acquired this property, and I'm gained the rights to build on it, and so I improved upon it and dubbed her the SS Great Wolf.
That's awesome. Oh, we are running out of time, so I do want to show you guys a little bit of what's going on, but time is short.
Indeed. But there's just so much about the server. If you want to learn more information, there's going to be. I'm assuming that Raining Fire here is going to have all the links in the description below.
Of course.
So he'll have the server's address as well as the actual website you can go to where you can learn more information about the individual plugins, abilities, and unique traits about Fox Populi, as well as Zombie Mold and Latin Goddess.
Hopefully we don't get smited like a certain somebody was.
Thankfully, Latin Goddess is not quite as wrathful as she used to be.
Thankfully.
Some of you are fans of another YouTuber.
Possibly.
He did a drunk Minecraft series on one of the servers, and though sadly he does not play on the server anymore, there are many different tributes to him, and you can come on the server and find them yourself. They're actually pretty easy to find, and they're really cool.
Yeah, I found his head, and I took it as mine. And it was just laying out in the wilds. I'm like, oh my god, this is an amazing find. Click, 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 click. Run away!
So this town is still in development. There's only a few players on, but I'm hoping that eventually a giant wall will be constructed around, as well as a good farm, and other houses will be constructed to accommodate more players as they move in.
Alright, that basically does it for this video, guys. If you guys liked it, make sure to let us know, and also make sure to let us know what you guys want to see from the server in the future. We're probably going to be doing a lot of this, even if we don't get any comments, because my comments are pretty much silent. I would love to hear from you guys. But until next time, keep the fire alive.
Bye.